And you know what? Yeah, when you're young, 18 or so, if you don't know what you want to do, try and do something that will be cool to say that you did when you're 25. I'm not saying join the army, but if you can, try and do something when you're very young. If your parents are supporting you and you don't need to desperately have money on the table, try and do something that you can at least say, like, that was cool that I did that for 2 years. That's a cool character, law that I have now. That time that I was in I'm not saying join the military, but like, you know what I mean? That time when I did this, that time when I did that, when I was a missionary, or not missionary, but you know what I mean? Something fun if you can. But also join the army, yeah, because you ain't going to die. I wish I would have done like a year in the army just so I could say that I was in the army. But I was in the military cadets, but they were trying to groom me into the army, but I just never wanted to because it was gay as fuck. So much paperwork and shit and stuff like that. But I was in the military cadets for about 3 years. She's Guru's MI6. No, the military cadets is just like underage military. Pat Barry's favorite type of army, eh? Good old underage military. There you are, you invisible cunt. Down. Gonna be a cop. Call me Piggy Jr. Do something like that. Yeah, see if you can get into being like a private investigator or some shit. You know what I mean? Think what is like a fun thing that nobody really tries to actually do, but it is a job that can be done. I always used to think like that. Like, God, I'd love to just try out being a private investigator or some shit. Something weird that you would never think to even try. Because my dad always used to tell me there are things that people say everyone must be trying to do that, and in reality, no one is, because everyone thinks that way about it. You know what I mean? Like it's such a like cliche that everyone blows it off as everyone must be trying to do that. You know what I mean? So maybe go for those things. I'm giving a lot of advice today. I don't know why you guys are asking advice a lot. There ain't much to talk about in MMA today, is there? That's the goal. I want to be a detective. There you go. That would be fun. And it would also be something where even if you don't go anywhere with it, when you're older, you'll be like, I was a detective once. And you know what, chat? Yes or no? That is Riz. It absolutely is. Whether you don't, like, a lot of times you don't actually need like a savvy thing. If you've got like a cool life story, you've got natural charisma. You know what I mean? When it comes to social engagements, where people are just going to be more inclined to be interested by you. And then your conversations become infinitely easier because they're actually interested. You don't have to convince them to be interested by you, So even if you try out being a private investigator for 2 years and it never goes anywhere, you'd be like, dude, I was actually a private investigator once. And yeah, I actually had this one time and it'll give you a story at least, you know what I mean? Rather than just working at the fucking checkout, Just saying. I'm going to be a judge ref. I talked to Mike Beltran. True. Thank you for the $2. Yeah, there you go. Why don't one of you try and actually be an MMA ref? Even if you're not making great money, even if you're working a regional show. You know what I mean? You don't think really of all of the potential jobs that are actually out there. Why not try and be an MMA judge? You get to sit cage side, some regional fights. If you're an MMA fan, might take you years, but it could be a payoff. You'll be interested by the learning of it. You got to think there's a lot of mini jobs. You guys look at like, I want to be the most popular MMA this, but no, there's a lot of mini jobs you could do. You know what I mean? A lot of mini jobs, mini niches of the job that you might want to do. Not mini jobs, but like, you know what I mean? Like mini off branches of the great scheme of what you want to do,